Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to yet another episode of the Tubonge show and what we are calling the Evergreen edition, where we are featuring some of our heroes of faith and some of our fathers who've done a lot of work, and particularly at PCA Tubonge Church. What a legacy, what an honor. Also myself as the host, Pastor Chege, to have the opportunity to interact today with Bwana Waweru. He is going to tell you his full names and briefly introduce his family as we begin. Karibu sana Bwana Waweru.
Thank you. David Waweru Kinyanjui. I'm married to Elder Jane Waweru, and we have got 5 daughters.
Wow.
That's my family.
Awesome. If you will, you may say what they do, if they're in Kenya or some of them are not around. You can.
Yes, yeah. 4 of those daughters are in Kenya. 2 of them are working with me. One is working at Aga Khan Hospital as a doctor. The other one is married. And one is in UK, working in UK.
Wow, wow.
Yes, yeah.
That is brilliant. Maybe just to get a bit of background, where do you come from? Maybe which region in Kenya?
I was born in a place called Komodhai, in Githunguri, Kiambu County, Kiambu district. And I was born in 1937.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a blessing.
Yes.
And maybe you can share, how was it growing up? That looks like is it pre-colonial or colonial era?
So during colonial era.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
How was it growing up? Did you have struggles with the white imperialism, and were your parents, able to educate you? How was that?
Let me put this way. In those days, when you were young, we were helping our fathers to look after our father, or my father, to look after his cows. And when I was 9 years old, I started schooling at Komodhai Primary School. In those days, not many Africans were well up. They were very humble, and I would particularly say my parents were very humble people in their way of life. So even going to school for us and paying the fees was a big struggle. But God has always been there for us, and I managed to complete my straight education in 1957. I joined Kabete Technical and Trade School in 1958 and finished the building course there in 1960. I worked briefly, then I went to United Kingdom for further education, and I was there for 11 years. I did have a national diploma in electrical engineering finally.
Oh, that's in UK?
Yes.
They now came back now to work? Or?
Then I came back, and I was employed by the then Kenya Post and Telecommunications. And I worked there for 22 years. Then I retired in 1994.
Wow.
After that,
yeah,
I started a private company of consultancy in electrical engineering services for buildings. And I did that until 2005. Then I retired from that job. From then, I've been doing real estate works for rental houses.
Amazing, brilliant. What a journey that you've had.
Yes, yeah.
And I think you must have been quite brilliant in school.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't complain.
You tried your best.
I tried my level best.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
That's amazing. Let's talk now about PCA Dome. Where do you come to join PCA Dome? Were you in a different PCA previously? Let's talk about the journey where you're seeing the church today. That even we are having, a media team that is even doing such a recording, and all these other departments that we have at PCA Dome.
Let me put this way. My journey in PCA church has been a long one. When I started schooling in 1946, it was a custom that before you go to the class yes, you go to the church and you are taught religion. And by then we were young children, but I grew as a Christian, let me put that way. And I was baptized in 1958 when I was at Kabete Technical School. After that I went to UK. I was busy with my studies. I didn't go to church quite a lot. But once in a while I used to go to Anglican church there because there were very few Presbyterian churches in the area I was in UK. When I came back, as a young man, I didn't go to church very often, but when I got married in 1978, my wife was interested in the church, and I started going to what do you call this church in the town?
St. Andrews.
St. Andrews,
yes.
St. Andrews Church. And eventually I joined him. That was in late 70s. From there, I think I became a staunch Christian. And after attending Sunday service in St. Andrews for some time, I was requested by the Christians at Komdai to go and help them in the building work there. And I accepted. And I used to travel from Nairobi to Komdai every Sunday. That was from 1992 until 1995 when I joined Dome PCS Church.
So 95 was some of the inception time, the opening time of PCA Dome?
Yes, yeah, that was the time we joined PCA Dome Church late in 1995. There was a small Mabati church there, and the congregation was small in number. But it grew very fast, and there is a history which shows that the people could not fit into their church, and there was a thought of building a permanent church building, and that I was appointed as chairman of the development committee by then, and I carried out that job for about 12 years, and we completed the work of the existing church now, or where we normally go to worship. It took about 3 years.
To do the building?
To do the building. And it's surprising that before we started the building works, some people immigrated to Gateway, and there were very few people who were left in PCA Tubonge.
So in the middle of the construction?
No, we had not started the construction.
Oh, wow. Uh-huh.
No, we had not constructed, but we were just going to start. And I think we are less than 100 people in population in that church by then. And people were very committed towards the construction of the church. They really contributed a lot of money, and there were very few people. There were less than 70 people, I think. And as I said earlier on, we completed the church, I think, within 3 years.
And imagining, as you're doing the construction, you're adding land, because if I'm not wrong, the parcel of land was not as it is today.
No, it isn't, actually. I think, if I can remember, but I'm not so sure, I don't want to be very emphatic on this. I think there was only one plot which was given to PCA Tubonge Church by Komdai Land Buying Company.
Oh, wow.
But that plot was not enough for the activities of the church. And all the other plots that have been bought, I've been there. Yes, yeah.
Wow, that is some very, very great work.
Yes.
What can you say maybe to the growth that you've seen up to where right now? Kids are in their numbers, youth are in their numbers. We have the men fellowship, we have the ladies fellowship. You know, the women's guild is strong. What would be your advice to those taking up the work, looking at the work you've done? You know, the Bible says it is not in vain. Do you share the same sentiments, that it is not in vain to serve God?
To serve God is not vain. I've seen a lot of blessings, and I believe it's because of the work that I have been doing for the Lord. One thing I can say, the people around Tubonge Estate, Garden Estate, Rageways, and the other neighborhood estates, the members of Presbyterian Church of East Africa have joined the Tubonge Church, and the population has grown tremendously from those days. Yeah, and I would say, if you serve God without feeling that it is not your work, there's blessing. The blessing comes without realizing, and I've realized this myself.
Wow.
Yes,
wow.
Yeah.
So as they say, tenda wema nenda zako.
Yes, yeah.
So just serve the Lord,
yes, yeah,
without looking right or left.
Yeah, right or left. And you don't know how the blessings are coming, but they definitely come.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
Maybe, can you remember the Reverend when you were starting the church in 95? And maybe you can mention some of the reverends, the ones you'll remember.
I remember when I came, there was no... The church was being led by an elder. What is his name? There was an elder who was appointed from Githurai to come and start the church in Tubonge, or to help develop the spiritual work in there.
So eventually is when a reverend joined?
Yes, yeah.
Will you remember that reverend?
Yes. The reverend was coming, probably because there were many churches that were being served from Githurai parish.
So Githurai was sort of, we came from Githurai?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
We did, yes. Yes, yeah.
And then maybe some of the team members you've worked with, maybe in the development. Development was 12 years, so maybe you can mention some of those team members you remember.
I remember there was a late John Waweru, that's my half brother, who passed away some times back. There was another lady called Mrs. Mudhoni Kiarie. There was Mrs. Rohio. There was
Mrs. Rohio is Elder Mary Rohio.
Rohio.
Okay.
Elder Rohio.
Yes.
Is Elder Wambui
Dirango?
Dirango. We also had Elder Buru, Engineer Buru.
Engineer Boro. Oh, he's from way back, eh?
Yes, yeah. I remember one time he was my secretary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Great.
There's a number of people there.
Bwana Mudoi probably? Bwana Mudoi?
Yes, Mudui was there. Yes, yeah, he was there. Mr. Kiari
Bwana Dancy Kerry.
joined us later.
Yes.
Mudhoni was his wife.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but he joined us, and
Wow.
he in fact he took over from me as
Great.
chairman of the development committee. But I would say in general, people have been very supportive. Yeah, they have done a lot of work very willingly. Yeah, particularly contributing money towards the development of the PCA Thome Church.
Maybe as we conclude, we would want to know a secret of how have you maintained to look this good for all those years. What can you say? What can you tell that young person as they are going through their life? What has made you with your family very happy, and you know God has kept you and has given you the glory up to now? What can you say is the secret?
One thing, let me put this way: if you are Christian, there's a lot of things that you don't indulge in, like drinking alcohol. You concentrate on God's work, your work, and also taking care of your family. And you find that there's no maneno in the family if you are Christian. Particularly my family here, my wife is the elder, so she has been very supportive in all ways in our life. And I thank God that irrespective of her being very busy, she always gets time to take care of me.
Wow.
In all ways.
That's amazing.
Yes, yeah. And the children have also been very supportive in my life. Yeah.
Right, if I put it right, it's your faith helps you to navigate through life.
Yes.
And also support system, never let go of the key people, the family, the close friends.
Yes, yeah.
So I'm sure you have learned something from Engineer Waweru, Kinyanjui.
Yes.
And it's been an honor and a delight to have this moment together with you. And so stay tuned. We'll have more and more of this to see some of our fathers. I always say this, we cannot have sons without fathers. We are here as PCA Thome because of the work that as development chair, Bwana Waweru and the team did. So we can only wish you all the best. God continue to give you His grace and also to enjoy His goodness in the land of the living, and to continue to give you His grace together with your family.
Thank you very much.
Blessings until next time. This is PCA Thome Online. As we recognize and appreciate special recognition to the Reverend for allowing us to do this, Reverend Cyrus Wambogoda, and also the production team led by Victor and the whole media team. We appreciate. And until next time, this is PCA Thome pointing you to Jesus Christ. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, and bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.